Hi everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to our Tuesday beginners Jet Flow yoga session. Welcome if it's your first time joining us. And welcome back to everyone who has been following the classes the last few weeks. I hope you're all well. Let me know how you're feeling today. Let me know how your public holiday off was, if you took some time for yourself to relax, do something nice. And then we'll get started around 5:30. But until then, welcome everyone. Hi Zita. Hi Beatrice. Welcome guys. Hope you're well. I'd love to hear from anyone who joined the intermediate session yesterday. Was anyone in that class? We did a lot of twisting. I must say my body felt, well, I worked up quite a sweat in the class. Actually, my body felt really good afterwards. So I'd love any of your feedback on how your bodies felt after that class yesterday. And here we go, Hayes. Third week of June. We're in the middle of the month. So really heading into the thick of winter now. This means that there potentially is going to be a lot more rain and cold weather, which will mean you guys can spend a lot more time indoors with Jeff. So I hope you all know there's going to be 5 Jeff Flow classes per week now. So no excuse not to get some stretching in or some rehabilitation in or some downtime in. Hi, Catherine. Welcome. How you doing? Hi, Lorna. Hi, Bev. Welcome, everyone. Nice to see some familiar faces here this evening. I hope you're all dressed nice and warm. So, as usual tonight, I always say you can make sure you have a cushion with you, just a nice way to pad any part of the body that perhaps needs some extra support throughout the practice. But other than that, you'll only need your mat. Hi, Sharon. Good evening, everybody. So, this week we're going to be moving through quite a few different poses in all the classes. So I highly suggest you try out all the classes and see what works for you. We had a few questions yesterday with the intermediate class asking if it's, if it would be suitable for a beginner or a kid, if your kids are at home with you. The intermediate classes on Mondays and Fridays are definitely going to be up level on these Tuesday and Thursday classes. The Wednesday class is obviously specifically quite stretch based. So that's a lot more stretching and longer holds and getting a little deeper into our tightness. But these beginner flows really are about teaching the foundations of yoga practice, the basic poses, and obviously you're going to be moving your body differently to the high intensity classes. So you're going to get a lot out of these sessions. Hi, Siri. Siri, I saw your 90 burpees and that is absolutely insane. That is amazing. Very, 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 very cool. I must say, guys, these Jeff high intensity trainers are super dedicated to you guys. I'm going to have to get on that train as well. Well done, Siri. Hi, Tanya. Saw from this morning. Tell me, what were you doing this morning? Perhaps we can work something into the sequence to help you with that. But the sequence will be nice and balanced, and you should get a stretch everywhere. Hi, Nontlanla. Welcome. Nice to have you back. Welcome back, Rosalind. Nice to have everyone here. I hope you're all feeling good on this Tuesday. Yeah, tell me how you've been. I saw a lot of chats on the group today with reminders about, drinking water and really looking after your bodies. taking count of all your achievements, and also, just giving yourself a good pat on the back and a well done. Yeah, and that's also sort of why these J flow sessions are here. It's just that extra bit of time that you can get to just tell your body, well done, let's relax, let's stretch it out, let's mobilize the joints, let's release any tension we're carrying, get a bit of a detox, get the circulatory system really moving, get our lymph system moving, so to try and get some of the toxicity and the acidity out of our body, which is obviously what causes a lot of discomfort and tightness and stiffness. Hi, Sandra. Welcome. Pauline. Michelle, sorry, missed last week. No worries. Welcome back. And remember, you can do these sessions at any time. So I know it's always nice to do a live session. I also prefer live sessions than kind of catching up on the recorded ones. And yet, they are recorded and they're online for you to use. So if you do miss them, please make sure to try and bring them into your schedule at some point, especially over the weekend. If there aren't that many live sessions running, it's a great opportunity to work through some of the old recorded sessions that you perhaps missed. Hi, Kathy. Yay, I'm so glad you loved yesterday's class. I twisted a lot. My spine's feeling really good. Hi, Sandine. Welcome. I did the 8 a.m. session plus 20-minute top up. From the one-on-one, I pushed myself hard and everything is hurting. Well done, Tanya. That's amazing. Well done. So this is the perfect session for you. We are going to do a little bit of work on our legs, but I'd like you to focus on, yes, using a bit of core stability to help move through the poses, which I'm sure after this morning, you're pretty connected to your core and to your legs, so I don't think you'll have an issue there. And then really focusing using the breath. So when we move into a pose and when we hold a pose, that's where you really tap into your breath and where we start to kind of change the way our bodies, our minds, and our muscles communicate in these kinds of poses and shapes. Welcome, Christina. Welcome, Analda. Hi, Erin. Feeling stiff tonight. Really looking forward to this. Yay. Good. All right, guys. Well, I think let's get going. As I mentioned, you can have a cushion nearby just to use it as a bit of padding under any body part that might be feeling a bit sore. If there's contact with a mat or with the floor, you could just pop a pillow in underneath. So knees, elbows, that kind of thing. And then, yeah, look after your bodies. I hear a lot of sore bodies are in the class today. So guys, just take it really easy. Move slowly. We're going to get a nice warm up this evening, get a nice stretch out. So just look after yourselves. Take it at your own pace. Take a break if you need, and don't overstretch. Cool. All right, guys. So we actually, going to start lying on our backs. So you can bring yourself to lie all the way down onto your spine. And then once you come to lie down, just bring both your knees to your chest. Bring your right hand to your right knee and your left hand to your left knee. Your feet can be quite floppy. And then just for a moment, pause here. Try and get the whole length of the back on the floor. You can close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh out through the mouth. And again, a deep breath in through the nose. A big sigh out through the mouth. So nice. And then just bring yourself to stillness. You'll connect to your June flow intention if you've set one. And if you haven't, then bring an intention into your awareness now that you can set specifically for these classes. And so I'd like it to be really deeply personal and healing. So perhaps these sessions are there for you to have alone time, for you to just have some space and to rest and recover, whatever it is. And let's all see if we can draw our knees a little tighter into chest. Maybe you can wrap your arms around the front of the legs, keeping the eyes closed and the head on the mat. And let's see if we can take 3 more breaths. Just allowing yourself to draw all your attention and focus inwards. Nice. Gently open your eyes. Bring both hands to interlace around the front of your right knee and extend your left leg forwards, grounding your left heel. Find a little activation in the feet. So we call this a point. It's like half between a point and a flex. So my feet are pointed, but my toes are flexed back. You get a nice activation in the feet. Draw your lower belly inwards. Take a full inhale. And then on your exhale, you can use your hands or your arms to help you curl up here. And as you do, you're going to squeeze in, if you can, your nose touches your knee and you squeeze all the breath out. When your inhale comes, soften your head down, allow your leg away from you. Full breath in. And again, exhale, curl up, squeeze the breath out, draw navel to spine. See if you can get a nice stretch of that thigh to chest. Nice. And then inhale, soften back down. Beautiful. Last one here. When you need to breathe out, navel to spine and draw yourself up. Squeeze that thigh in, squeeze right thigh into belly. And then inhale, soften down. Beautiful. And then we'll simply switch. So as you switch, we want to balance everything out. Change the interlace of your hands. So change which finger is on top. Ground your right heel. Point into your feet for a moment, but then flex your toes back. Draw your lower belly in. Take a full breath in. And exhale, curl up. If you can, you're bringing your nose to your knee and you're getting a nice squeeze of that left thigh into the left side of your belly. When you need to inhale, soften down. And exhale, curl up. Slight use of the abdominals here. So I'm trying not to hold any tension in my face or my neck. Breathe all the air out. And then inhale, soften down. Last one here. Exhale, curl all the way up. You're going to kind of split your inner thighs apart. And then you'll bring yourself back down. So nice. Bring right knee up to meet left. Keep your right hand on your right knee, your left hand on your left knee. And then just start to move your knees again a little closer to your chest. This time, separate them towards your armpits. Let them move away from you. Bring them to touch. And then same thing. So really easy, symmetrical hip circles. Allow your belly to be soft now so that the pelvis rocks a little forward and back. And you get a bit of a massage into your bones and your muscles by allowing your weight to be heavy. And then we just let gravity help us. Nice. Let's change direction. So change direction and your knees are moving together and apart. Just do 2 more like that. And then bring your knees back to your chest. Nice. Now we're going to roll to move onto all fours into tabletop. So you could roll over to your side and press up. Otherwise, take a little cross of the ankles. Start to take a little rock forward and back on the spine. Sometimes this can feel quite nice, so you could go 2 or 3 times. It feels great. And then we'll all take just a few breaths to find our tabletop position. And we won't stay here for long. We'll just move through a few rounds of cat-cow. So moving into your cow shape, remember belly is soft, bones rise and the throat opens. That's your inhale. And then exhale round. 2 more like that. Inhale, get like a little flossing through the shoulder blades. And exhale, round, round, round. Press into your hands and stretch through your upper back. Last one here. Inhale, chest through, arms, open the throat. And then round, exhale, beautiful. Come to a neutral spine. Step yourself into a high plank just for a moment. I'm sure you've done enough planks today. But just as a transition, step your feet back, find a high plank. Lower your knees. And then super slowly bend your elbows in and back as you bring your pelvis, your belly, your chest down to the floor. Untuck your toes so that you're on the tops of your feet and all 10 toenails are pressing into the mat. Look slightly forward, slide your hands quite a bit wider than your shoulders and quite a bit forward of your shoulders. And we'll move through some really gentle rolling cobras. So on my inhale, I press into my hands. I'm using the strength of my back body. My elbows lift slightly. I look forward. Remember not to crunch your shoulders up. Draw your shoulders down. And then exhale as if I'm trying to drag myself forward off my mat. I exhale and I lower all the way down. And you'll just keep rolling like that. Inhale, keep your chin tucked kind of until the last moment, and then the ears curl back. And then exhale to soften down. 2 more like that. Nice, everyone. Inhale, lift. Remember, my pinky side of my feet are pressing into the mat. And lower yourself down. And then 1 more here, press into your hands and lift all the way up. Beautiful. And then lower back down. Slide your hands under your shoulders, press onto your knees and come back into your tabletop again. We won't stay here long. Let's just find the shape of our hands, which is 4 corners of the hands pressing down. All 10 of my fingerprints are pressing into the mat and my fingers are spread. Take your hands a hand's length forward. Tuck your toes under and take a really bent knee downward dog. So my downward dog shape is not a plank. My shoulders are not above my wrists. I'm pressing way back, trying to bring my belly to my thighs, melting my heart down. Roll your outer shoulders down towards the floor so you're not crunching in towards your ears. Nice. And then a tricky one here. You're going to look forward. You're going to start to walk your feet, one and the other, all the way to the top of your mat. You can keep your knees nice and bent. Let's take a halfway lift. So hands to shins. See how I press into my hands and I lengthen my spine. So almost like my back is so flat, I could rest a plate anywhere on it. My sit bones are going straight backwards. Over here, I can really feel a little bit of a pull in my hamstrings. You might feel it too. You could keep your knees bent here. Or if you want, you could start to work into straightening it. Again, this is we're just starting to warm up, so don't worry about that too much. What I would like you to remember is the feeling of the back of the head lifting, a little tuck of the chin, and my back body is working nice and hard here. My lower belly is drawing in. Beautiful. Release, fold forward, heavy arms, heavy head. Bend your knees
to roll your spine up. So when we bend our knees, our legs become really strong so that we can support the rolling up of the spine. Tuck your lower belly in from bottom to top. Keep your knees bent. Start to roll your spine up. This should feel quite nice. It's like a tractioning onto the spine. It's the shoulders that come up and then the head. Beautiful. Let's take a full breath in, high mountain. Reach the arms up. And then again, bend your knees. Send your hip bones back. Send your arms forward to fold yourself all the way down. Tuck your chin. And let's take a halfway lift. Beautiful. Place your hands down, shoulder width apart. Step back, high plank. Again, just a transition. Lower your knees. Hug your elbows in and back and bring yourself all the way down. Untuck your toes, bring your big toes to touch. A really easy cobra pose. So let's slide our hands again a little forward, but not as much as our first round. My elbows are hugging in, so they're not kind of pushing out. They're almost touching my rib cage. A little baby cobra. As you lift with the back body, you could press a little into the hands here. Watch for those shoulders. Draw shoulders down and get a nice extension of the spine, looking forward. Slight curling of the ears, but I'm not throwing my head back. My top row of teeth are pretty much parallel to the floor. Beautiful. Lower back down. Slide the hands under the shoulders again. Press onto your knees. Separate your knees. Keep your hands quite forward. Find your downward dog again. Lift up and back. And then here, just pedal out the legs. So let's ground our right heel, pressing firmly into your left hand. Wake up your right thigh muscle. Draw up your right kneecap. And you should feel a nice opening in the right calf muscle. And then switch. Start to extend left leg. Press firmly into the right hand. Squeeze your left thigh. Draw your left kneecap up. Open the back of your left leg. And then back to bend both knees. Beautiful. Look forward. Tricky one again. Walk your feet forward to between your hands. They can be hip distance apart. Again, place your hands to your shins. Look forward, lengthen the spine. And then fold yourself forward, heavy head, heavy arms. Bend your knees, press into your feet, roll your spine up, one vertebra at a time. As you come up, loop the shoulders. Really nice, everyone. One more round, just like that. Inhale, arms up. Take a little bend in the knees. Sorry, my plant's in the way. Hips back, arms forward, all the way down. Tuck your chin so that you complete this movement. Let's move into a little halfway lift with our hands to the floor. Step one foot, then the other foot back. High plank. Lower your knees. Draw your elbows in and back, and then lower your pelvis, your belly, your chest. Bring your big toes to touch. All 10 toenails into the mat. Again, slide your hands slightly forward and wide of your shoulders. And then you'll press yourself all the way up. Maybe this time you work towards straightening the arms a little more. But don't let your heels touch one another. So I'm pressing down specifically into the pinky side of my feet so that my inner thighs are rolling up. I'm drawing my lower belly in. And I'm still getting that feeling as if I'm trying to drag myself forward through my arms as I stretch out my belly. Bring the top row of teeth parallel to the floor. Nice. And then slowly lower down. Hands back under shoulders. Press onto your knees. Separate the knees, tuck your toes, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Let's keep the knees bent. Bring your big toes to touch. And then we're going to swivel our buttocks and our heels to our right. So now my right leg or my right hip is underneath my left. I keep it bent and I start to straighten out my left leg. Come right onto your left fingerprints and you could look under this left armpit as you get this beautiful stretch across the top side of your body, your left rib cage. And then we switch. Bend everything, place left hand flat on the floor. Heels and hips to the left. Now my left leg is under my right. Extend your right leg, come right onto your right fingertips and look under your right armpit. Pull that right hip back. Press firmly into your left hand. And then come back to center. Everything bends. Knees are bent. Hips go up high. Look forward. And then super slowly walk one foot and the other to the top of your mat, hip distance apart. Press your hands into your shins, reach your spine forward, and then slowly release everything down. Bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, press into your feet. From the bottom to the top, slowly start to roll the spine all the way up, and loop shoulders up, back, and down. Nice. So we kind of going to put all those little movements you've done together now in a standing balance. Okay, we will get there. So come to stand at the top of your mat if you're not there already. Let's start with our hands together. And then for a moment, just standing here, equal standing pose, I want you to feel your right side and your left side completely. So when you stand here, you can feel you tend to lean to the right or to the left as your body moves back or forward. And can you try and drop an anchor from the crown of your head all the way down to your tailbone so that your bones are completely stacked? And then feel this feeling. And this is what we want to try and find in all our other shapes. Okay, so releasing your hands. Let's take a full breath in, arms up. And then if you like now, legs could stay straight as you fold yourself forward. Tuck your chin. Take a halfway lift. We're going to step our right leg back. Keep your right knee off the floor. Make sure your feet are on parallel track. So in other words, if I ran a line down the center of your mat, your left foot would be on the left side, your right foot would be on the right side. Your left knee wants to be stacked above its ankle, and we're going to come up into a high lunge. So let's take a little bend in our back leg just to help us come all the way up, find our balance. And then once you found your balance, start to straighten out that leg by squeezing right glute, right thigh muscle, kneecap draws up. Both my hips are facing forward. My arms are reaching up. The rib cage tends to want to pop out, so try squeeze it slightly back, sinking tailbone down. One more breath, really nice. Everyone stay in it. Bend the elbows back behind you to open up the chest now, hands down to the floor. Look forward, you can be on your fingertips. Step your right foot forward to meet your left. Take your little halfway lift. Take your forward fold. Bend your knees. Slowly roll your spine all the way up. And loop the shoulders. Stay with me, we take it to the left. Arms up, full breath in. And then fold yourself forward and down. Let's take a halfway lift. Left foot now to step back. Remember your feet are on parallel tracks. And in this round, I want you to focus on when spread through the toes of that front foot, knees above. Hi guys, sorry about that. Oh, all in the online life of teaching. Okay, let's go back to meet in that second lunge. So left leg reaching back and right leg forward. Slightly bend your back knee and draw yourself up. Let's find that high lunge. Roll your left hip forward, squeeze your left thigh, and reach the arms up nice and high. Beautiful. Okay, I'd like you to stay here for a few breaths. Just going to double check that all's good. Nice. So keep squeezing that back thigh. Deep, full breaths. Nice. All right. And then let's bring the hands forward. Look forward. Step your left foot to the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift. Forward fold, bend the knees. And let's roll the spine all the way up. Loop shoulders, up, back, and down. Bring your hands back to your chest to center. Close your eyes. And then after moving in those two quite strong asymmetrical shapes, come back into this very centered shape. Feel nice and balanced. Again, notice if you're swaying to one side or the other, forward or back, and then by using your breath, bring yourself right into your center. So it's almost like you're trying to squeeze your front body back, your back body forward, or you're broadening from left to right. Open your eyes. And then we'll move one last round, releasing your hands. Reach your arms all the way up. Let's take a forward fold. Halfway lift. We're going to step our right leg back again now. Keep your knee bent, bring yourself up into your high lunge. All right, so bring your hands to your heart now. And remember when I was cueing, remember what it feels like in that halfway lift to really have that active back body. We're going to move into a balance now. So let's keep our hands into our heart. This next pose is called Warrior 3. You're going to bring your weight forward onto your left leg. You could hop your back leg forward until you feel like you found your balance. Keep this left leg bent. Raise your top leg up. Let's flex the ankle so toes are facing the floor. Keep a nice level hip line. Wake up this top glute and then lengthen. So so hold it there, but you can look, I'm in my halfway lift that we were in earlier, but now I'm just in a one-legged halfway lift. Beautiful, everyone. Hold one more breath. And then simply bring your right foot forward to meet your left. Take a halfway lift and a forward fold. Bend the knees, roll the spine all the way up and loop the shoulders. Last side. Stay with me, stay focused. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Beautiful. Left leg to step back. Keep that knee bent so that you can find your high lunge. Bring your hands to your chest. Warrior 3. Bring your weight into your right leg. You could step your back foot forward a bit. Hold your balance. Raise your left leg up. Toes down to the floor. Draw your lower belly in and then lengthen your chest forward. You could keep a bend in the standing leg just to help with balance, and we just wake up our back line. Beautiful. One more breath. Stay with me. Nice. Bend everything. Bring your left leg to join your right. Take your halfway lift. Take your forward fold. Bend your knees. Roll your spine all the way up. And loop the shoulders. Both hands to chest. Lift your elbows. Press your palms into one another and the thumbs into breastplate. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Full breath out through the mouth. Beautiful. And then we'll just release all of that. So let's release the hands down. Draw both arms up. Full breath in. And fold yourself forward and down. Halfway lift. Step your left leg back. If you've got a cushion, you could place your cushion under your left knee as you lower it down now. Take your right foot slightly forward. So remember when we were lying on our back earlier, and I said draw your knee to chest, so you can almost like you're pulling your inner thighs apart from one another. That's kind of what we're going to do now. So you can allow this front foot to move forward quite a bit. See how I'm sinking my hips down? And then take your right foot out to the right. Turn your toes slightly diagonally out. Bring your hands to the inside for a runner's lunge. So this might be enough for you. Remember, this right knee isn't just flailing out. I'm not on my outer right ankle. I'm pressing the inside of my right foot down. This might be enough. You could stay here. Or for those who want a little more, you can come down to your forearms. You can untuck your back toes. And then we'll spend 5 full breaths here. So you could close your eyes. And then slowly as you move through these 5 breaths, you could even stack your fists. Allow your head to completely soften. So the back of the neck is soft, the eyes can be closed. Just nice, full, deep breaths. Beautiful. Release to come back up. Bring your right leg back as it would be in your alignment for your lunge. Tuck your back toes under and we'll open the back of our right leg. So you're going to start to sit yourself back just so that you bring your left knee to stack above your left hip to stack above your left knee. Shimmy your right foot forward. Try keep your hip line pretty level. And then from here, you could reach your arms forward, allow your head to soften down. Again, we'll stay for 5 full breaths. Open the back of your right leg. Soften the head and the neck. Notice where you're holding tension. And then also these stretches, especially in the back of the leg like this, you want to be feeling that in the belly of the muscle, not in any of the connection points to the joints. Look forward and up. And remember, we slid our foot forward, so let's slide it slightly back to bring ourselves back into our lunge. Look forward, raise your back knee up, and then it's a little step to the top of your mat, halfway lift, and forward fold. Let's move straight into a halfway lift again. To lift and step our right leg back. Again, cushion to the other side if you need, right knee lowers. You can take your front foot forward a little more so that the pelvis really starts to sink down. And then you could take your left foot out, or not could, let's all take our left foot out to the side. Turn the toes slightly outwards, hands to the inside, lengthen the crown of your head forwards. Stay here if you did so on the other side, or move down onto your elbows. Set yourself up, maybe stacking the fists, and close your eyes if you're comfortable. Take 5 full breaths. Full in through the nose, maybe a sigh out through the mouth. A little bit of pressure on the inside of that left foot. Feel what it feels like if you draw your lower belly slightly upwards. Don't rush, finish all 5 breaths. And then release to look forward, hands to the mat. Bring that foot back into the lunge alignment. Tuck your back toes under again if you untuck them. And then bring your right hip above your right knee. Flex that left foot, but then take it slightly forward so you keep that alignment of right hip above right knee. And then again here, you can walk your hands forward, soften down, and then let's take 5 full breaths. Full inhales, full exhales. Nice. Come up and forward. Hands move back. Foot shifts back. Move back into your lunge. You can raise your back knee. Take your cushion to the side. Step your front foot forward or your back foot forward. Halfway lift. And then come into a forward fold for a few breaths here. So if you need more balance, and then feet will be a little wider. Hands could wrap around the back of the calf muscles. You can fold yourself forward here, just as far as you can go. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Allow the fluids just to drain down into the brain. Bend your knees, release your hands. Slowly roll the spine up and loop the shoulders. Nice. All right, so we've really gotten our circulatory system moving. So obviously our heart, that's pumping the blood through all the blood vessels, our grocery system, really getting the oxygen and the nutrients everywhere it needs to be. And now we're just going to let all of that slow down so we can move our lymphatic system. Our lymphatic system is our garbage disposal system, and it doesn't have a heart pumping it. So the only way it can move is by us moving it. Okay, and this is how we really move all the lymph that's carrying the toxins and the waste. We get to move all of that to everywhere where it needs to be to get released out of our body. So make sure you're in an area where you're not going to knock anything. If you spread your arms out wide, we're going to move in circles. Okay, feet wider than hip distance, arm out to the side. Focus on a low heart rate and a long exhale. Okay, so super slow with momentum. You're just going to start to sway the arms side to side. And then when I move through my lymph, I like to take a little lift of my heels, because otherwise it feels a little, just a little too tight on my knee joints, for my knee joints to kind of stay facing forward when I'm really rotating my pelvis quite a lot. Your gaze follows the direction. And then we're going to take long exhales. So a nice way to focus on your exhale is to add a little sound. So we add an SH sound. So it sounds something like this. Because you're just going to keep going like that. Really low heart rate, long exhales. And with the lymph fluid moving, you should be able to feel a little bit of tingle, maybe around your fingers or on your skin, maybe into your legs. And then giving this little pump of the feet, letting the movement be really soft as we pump the lymph up against gravity to move to all the lymph nodes and up to the lungs and everywhere it needs to go to be released out of the body. Keep going. So this is work that everyone should be doing every day, especially with a high intensity work that you're doing. Because remember, when you're burning energy, you're creating byproducts. Those byproducts, some that don't get absorbed back into the system, then need to be released out of the system. Okay, so let's go a little while longer. Long exhales. Nice. And then really easy, you'll start to slow down to a natural stop. Take a loop of the shoulders, interlace the fingers, reach the arms all the way up and take like a nice belly stretch. And then come back to center. Take a little side stretch to your right. Come all the way up. And take a little side stretch to your left. And come all the way up and split your hands. Nice. Bring yourself to lie all the way back down onto your back again. Knees come into chest. Little squeeze. And then from where we started practice, I'd like you to just for a moment pause here and notice if your body feels any different to when you started on your back with your thighs to your chest. Let's extend our left leg forward, give your right knee a squeeze. And then open your right arm out to the side. Use this left hand to roll that right leg across for a twist. Move super slow. Let's take 3 full breaths. Come all the way back. Both knees to chest. Again, a little squeeze. A little rock side to side. And then you'll switch right leg forward. Left knee to chest. Left arm out to the side. And take the left knee across into that twist. Your head could gently rest over to the left. It's 3 full breaths. And then you'll come all the way back to center. Draw both knees in. And let's take a full body stretch, reaching the feet forward and the hands back. And then we'll find our final resting pose, our Shavasana. So arms out to the side. Remember you have your cushion. So you could place your cushion underneath your head. Try and make your body symmetrical, so you could even have a look and notice what's going on. How can I make my body a little more symmetrical? And you'll close your eyes. Take a full breath in. Hold the fullness of your breath. Sip a last bit of air in. And when you need to exhale, part the lips and sigh it all out. Keeping the eyes closed, Shavasana. We'll just take a minute or two here just to integrate the practice. Another opportunity to let go of any strain or anxiety or stress that you've been holding in your body or in your mind throughout the day. Letting this Tuesday go. And as you lie here, you can thank yourself for all your efforts. And show gratitude to your body. Stay as you are, completely still with your eyes closed. Allow yourself to just take 10 more deep breaths. And after your 10 full breaths, you can reach your body into a nice full body stretch. And then in your own time, make your way into a seat. And we'll bring one hand and the second hand across the heart space to close our practice. Closing your eyes. And thank you all for sharing your practice today. And I hope to see you all throughout the rest of the week. Namaste.
Thank you, everyone. Apologies for the technical glitch there. I hope you weren't holding your second lunch for too long compared to your first side. And thank you all so much for joining. And I will be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock for our Jeff Flow. We will be doing a nice stretch class, or not Jeff Flow, sorry, Jeff Top Up. So we'll be doing a nice stretch class. So be sure to check in for that. And yeah, get a bit more of a stretch, release the body a little more. But I hope you all enjoyed that very much. Such a pleasure, Suri. Pleasure, Sandra. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Well done. Well done, everyone. If that was your first yoga session ever, it was quite a tricky beginner session, but step by step and repetition, everything just becomes easier and better in your yoga practice. It starts to become just as addictive as any of the other classes. So I'm really hoping to see you all more and more. Such a pleasure, Lauren. Namaste, Rosalind. Lovely to have you back. Well done, everyone. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Michelle. Yeah, balance is everything. Well done, everyone. I know it's dark in the evenings and it's a little chilly, but it's actually the perfect time to just wind down and let go of your day. And now you can really just go into your evening with a very relaxed mindset. Hopefully, after these sessions, you guys are sleeping really well. Um, I'll pop the reminder in there as well to keep remembering to drink enough water. Some nice lemon juice in the morning is perfect for the body. Remembering that rinse out of the mouth first thing in the morning, get all that detox out of your mouth from your tongue from the night before. And then the lymph work that we're doing can be quite detoxing. So remember from 2 week sessions ago, one or two people saying that they felt quite dehydrated, a little bit nauseous. That's completely normal because you're busy moving quite a lot of toxins around your body. So lots of water, some nice rest tonight, and just let your body like kind of recalibrate itself again. But I hope to see you all tomorrow at the top up session, and I wish you all a beautiful evening. Thank you for joining. Good night. Bye.